Hello friends, very good evening. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Talent Traders. In this video, we are going to find out such a breakout opportunity by using a Camarilla calculator. So we have to find some breakout opportunity with a small stop loss, how we can effectively do that trading that I'm going to discuss in this video. So I can show you some breakouts, how it's looking like. Just go through this breakout. So here is my breakout point where R4 level is broken, and you can see there's such a good movement in few days. Okay, so this is what are conditions, and by using a charting scanner we are going to find out this opportunity. And one more trade, you can see here is the breakout on R4, and it was giving you such a good move, and immediately on the same day it zooms over. And even some of the stock which I'm going to find out by this method, how to find out that such a breakout rate. So look at this point, here is another breakout, and even some other stocks which I'm going to focus, not only Ara Pharma, so many stocks, how to find out the trade. Okay, so look at this point, here is the one, we got a breakout, and immediately the stock moving towards the top. And one more time, if you find out any other opportunities, simply we have to find such a kind of breakout before the breakout is happened. Okay, simple, by using a Camarilla pivot calculator. So we can by calculating those level, simple the R4 level breakout, which I am going to focus for my trade opportunities. How to create that particular scanner for the R4 breakout, that I am going to create in this video, the scanner, and also how to use it. That is also I am going to discuss in this video. So let's start the video, and if you are new to my channel, kindly subscribe and don't skip the video. If you have skipped the video at any point of the time, you may not understand the concept very clear. Just watch the video till the end. Okay, so here you can see the some stocks which I have taken. The R4 level is to break. So here you can see there is a R4 break. So there is a 4 levels, R4, R3, S4, S3. That is the important level. Here in this case, R4 and S4. These two are my case where I am going to focus this as my important levels. So we have a more levels, but I just focus for R4 and S4 or H3 or L3, whatever. Okay, so why we are not taking this breakout, and why we are focusing this breakout, and why we are not focusing this S4, and even lot of stock we find out, but why some R4 breakout we are taken, and this is also we are not going to take this R4. The important concept which I'm going to play for, first of all I want to minimize my risk. First thing is my minimize my risk. So for example, in this case, if I'm taken the R4 as my entry 384 and low is my 366, near about 18 to 20 point is the risk for the trade. Okay, so look at this 4th of July, the R4 and S4 levels. The R4 and S4 is around 386, 84 and 366. So huge gap for that R4 and S4. In this case, the R4, which is very small. Okay, comparatively previous one, it is very small. Exactly, we are looking for what is the range on the particular day. Yeah, this particular day 379 and 373.8, somewhere around 5 rupees gap. And you can look at here in the right side. So you will be looking the values R4, S4, and the values 379, 380, and prior to the day 384 and 366, huge range. So we have to first of all find out very narrow in the range of this particular Camarilla pivot level, and R4 and S4 should be very small. Okay, comparing to the previous day, and if it is very small, maybe an opportunity which we can find out for a breakout. Okay, simply we are going to take R4 breakout and S4 breakdown, but we are going to focus the range of that particular R4 and S4 should be very low or very small. Okay, compared to the previous day or overall the level. Okay, so previously you can see check here, and the stock only we find few areas we find out, and another one R of pharma, just I was checking that, and this level you can see very narrow, so very small, 718 and 707. So 8 rupees. Previous one is 724 and 700. It's a huge one. So we have to focus that level should be very small. The first condition, the R4 and S4, the range of the R4 and S4, it should be a very small. Maybe here also you can check this 741, 731, very small R4 and S4 range. Okay, so I need to find out by using a charting scanner. So charting scanner is helping you to find out a trade opportunity or a scanning opportunity very easily. So I want to log in with my charting account. So that may be helping you to find out trades. So already we created a custom indicator. I want to find such a trade opportunities. So go for a charting, and this should be the website where you can create a custom scanners, and you can go for a dashboard or create a scan. Okay, so here I want to make some scanners creation. Before that, I need to log in. Okay, so you just go for a create a scan, and we have to find out the scanner, or we have to create the scanner which is very smaller in range or inside between the previous day, and that should be very small in range. Okay, so simply we are going to create that one, and within a two lines, because this custom indicator we already created a Camarilla all the levels up to level 6 and up to upside level 6 and downside level 6 both we have created, and simply we are going to finding out some opportunities from that trade is about Camarilla R4. Okay, so the latest Camarilla R4 is less than, okay, must be 1 day ago. Camarilla ES4 greater than Camarilla ES3. If we try this, and today we didn't get any stocks. Sorry, here you need to go for 1 day ago. So we have a lot of stocks. We will go with the future and options. Here the live scanner, BHEL, Lupin, Jubilant Food, Bajaj Auto, MGL. These are all the stocks which we got it. So here it's showing you the next day stocks. Okay. So here in our broking platform, so we can get only few stocks. Okay. So today's only. So in trading views, there is an options called tomorrow's pivot level. And let me go to this. Okay. So here there is an option available. So you can calculate the next day levels too. Okay, so let me go for a 15 minutes or even a 5 minutes. And this levels can be visible the level for a tomorrow's Camarilla. So we are platted. So here we mentioned R3, R4 and R5 also we are calculating here. Okay, so what I'm going to focus here, the stock which we filtered is about a loop in BHEL. So let me go to check BHEL. 1 day advance, we are going to filter out these stocks. You can see this is what, and I don't want to R5 levels. It may be confusing. So I will remove H5 and R5 levels. Now hope you clear. Here exactly inside between the previous day. So simply I just go for the stock tomorrow for a 93.1 should be a breakout, and 91.10 should be a breakdown, and this should be the stock which I can focus for tomorrow for a breakout or a breakdown, and perfectly it is a inside and the narrow CP narrow Camarilla or inside Camarilla, and it is entirely between this levels. So this is having a good opportunity to break out once the level is broken this point. So we can go focus for a bullish, and if it is breaks below we can focus for a bearish. So 1 day advance we are getting the stock, so maybe a lot of analysis we can do it. Okay, so here also we can see there is a small, but it was not inside. It is a greater than, it is a failure trade. And where I can keep 93 is my breakout, and I can keep stop loss below 91. And if it is goes below 91, I can keep my stop loss at the R4 level. Simply the R4 and S4 level is the key level for my trading opportunity, I can focus this breakout for this particular stock. Maybe the chances this breakout level is important on Monday, so we can track this stock. And what are the stock? Lupin and Jubilant Food. Let me go to check whether it is all right. So Lupin is the one more stock which we find out exactly in between the level. So if I want to go for 936, 925, that's my risk. Okay, so here what is happening? Previous data which is not available. So let me go to check how many days back data. So I think it's a maybe we are going to get a tomorrow's Camarilla. It's good enough. So the stock which we filtered at 936.2 should be the breakout, and 925 point should be the breakdown, and Jubilant Food, Lupin, Bajaj Auto, MGL. So these are all the five stocks, and we find out these stocks like such a pattern which forms on that with the single line coder. Look at this, the stock is keep on moving lower. Maybe the chances for reversal is around 1089, or it can be continues the trend below 1074. Maybe these stocks having a very narrow Camarilla, and tomorrow there is a chances for a breakout on the stocks. Let me note it down the stock. Okay, so let me save this scan with the name of test. Okay, I'll submit this. And back test, we have to do a back test very few number of stocks one day back. We got it. So let me go for randomly in this June. July 1st or July 3rd is the first day of this month. Maybe from this point, this one we can back test. Tata Communication on 3rd of July. Asian, HDFC, AMC, MCX. Okay, Tata Communications. Let me go that. Here it will not be previous data. So let me go over here. Tata Communication. Someone were asking yesterday's on my comment. So regarding it will be values are changing. So this is what the levels which we are focusing for positional one. Okay, like database. It is a mathematical calculation. It works based on the data. Okay, maybe some brokers data mismatch. That is a issue. Okay, third of this month. This is what a level for the stock. This is about Tata Communications. So in this case, it's a back test on 4th of July. It has given you the breakdown, and maybe this as my stop loss. At least what is the risk reward ratio it's going to play. So let me go for how much risk which is involved in this trade from that point. So this level is around 2.25%, and if you are comparing the low 2.7%, it given you, and even without your triggering your stop loss, it moves maximum of 3%. So maybe more than 1:1, and the same day it given you such a big benefit. That is what main important. And the second stock is about Asian Paint, and the same third of this month. Look at this the level, and the third here is the level, and in this case it was a stop loss trade. Look at this. Initially it triggers here downside, okay, and then it triggers your stop loss. By the next day opening it triggers. So maybe a stop loss also be possible on this trade. Okay, so if the stop loss is very small, and you can go for it. If it is big risky, so simply avoid the stock. The stock is not triggering our target. Maybe. So let me go to check some other one. HDFC, AMC and MCX. So another one is about HDFC, AMC. It's about a concept which we can use for it. On 3rd of this month, HDFC, AMC, it doesn't break the level. So R4 and S4, it doesn't give you the opportunity. Look at this level also not broken. And sorry, this is about 4th of the month, 3rd of the July, right? What's happening here? I think doesn't give you the opportunity. Let me check that. MCX is the next one. MCX. The next day, this is about a MCX. Yeah, whenever you got a third, so you have to focus for a 4th of the month. Correct. So that is what a breakout level. So initially it given you a breakout, and after your stop loss, and then once it is reversal also be possible, but you have to back test whether you are going to take a trade in reversal or not. So in this case, reversal that was giving you such a big opportunity, but initial trade got trigger your stop loss. This is what a very limited stop loss and a small stop loss. Okay, so we simply going for a breakout in MG, STFC, AMC. So some other day, this one for 28th. So we have to go for 4th of July, BPCL RF Pharma. So let me go for BPCL. and 5th of the month we have to check it, because one day, next day Camarilla we are calculating by using the level. So here is the big move which is happening on BPCL. From that point of entry, now it is moving towards the top. So one more good opportunity which we find out. And the next one is about Arrow Pharma persistence. Persistence, 5th of the month we have to check. In 5th of the month, here is the level, and S4 is broken on 5th, and the stop loss got triggered by the next day. It not triggered by the same day. Next day it triggered, but after achieving your stop loss, it was coming down to very lower level. But if you are taken a reversal, there may be again a stop loss. So better one time you can try, and that will be helping us in a reversal trade. But third time we cannot try, right? So but in third time it was giving you such a good result. But so only quality and liquid stocks you can focus. And then persistence, Ara Pharma, same thing which is happening on Ara Pharma. Here on the 5th, that was a huge move. But there is a probability and profitability. So both should be there, and we should compare this. And this is what a 4th. And then a 6th of the month, M&M. So this is what a one more opportunity we can try for M&M 6th. This is what a breakdown and not trigger your stop loss. Such a good move. So can you see 6th of this month, that given you the lower level breakout S4 from that level. So you can see that there is a huge move down, and that may be from to 337 and now 330. So if that trade which is not triggering your stop loss, that was keep on moving very good. And one more trade, and this day we have a lot of stocks: BHEL, Canfin, Bharat Forge, Hindustan Unilever. So BHEL, last week overall market is very slow. In BHEL, and the day where we find this is the day, and 7 it given you the breakdown, and it given you such a move, and after 3 days later it get trigger your stop. Okay, but on the same day it is given you such a good profit in Bharat Forge, Hindustan Unilever, such a big move. 7th of this month from that level, and it came down towards the bottom, and there is a big chances for making such a bigger amount. So maybe you can use an option trade also. Okay, I hope you understand. This is what the scanner, which is this is what a backtest result for this stock, and those are all the tomorrow breakout stock based on this Camarilla pivot. So Bharat Electrical, Lupin, Jubilant Food, and Bajaj Auto, and MGL. So let me track the stock on Monday. So if you find any good opportunities, we can go for it. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, hit your like button and share to your friends, and if you have any questions or at all, just comment on the comment box. Thank you so much.